Welcome back to Laura and Lee Explore. This time we're in southern Spain, staying at Cantoblanco Casa 2, booked through Ruralidays. When we were looking at holidays this year, we wanted to try somewhere with a private pool where we could properly relax. Compared to some of the French Airbnbs we've been looking at, this felt actually really good value. I popped the full prices in at the end, so let's show you around and tell you what it's actually been like staying here.
The drive from the airport really builds anticipation. One quick tip if you're hiring a car, make sure you bring a credit card in the driver's name, as you'll need it when you collect the vehicle. Once off the tarmac, the final stretch is along a narrow country track. Although the villa is only 1 kilometre from the village of Los Ramones, it is right at the top of the hill Cerro de Cantoblanco. It's absolutely fine to drive along, but if you met another car, you'd definitely have an interesting reversing challenge. Then suddenly the villa appears. Our first impression was honestly just wow.
It's much bigger than we imagined from the photos, incredibly private, and those mountain views are even better in real life. The construction of this rural house has got terracotta floors, wooden beams, doors and windows, the wrought iron grills and the ceramic tiles. They all go together to give it a rustic charm, perfectly harmonising with the natural surroundings of the house. And within a couple of minutes of arriving, we'd all done the same thing, straight into the pool.
When the Spanish sun became too much, this living room became our retreat. The lounge is really comfortable, the fans keep everything cool, and it's been a perfect place to relax. The boys have often curled up here reading their beanos before heading straight back into the pool. One of the sofas is also a sofa bed, but it's worth noting that there is no door to the lounge.
We're always happy to self-cater on holiday, so having a well-equipped kitchen has been a real bonus. Everything we've needed has been here, making it easy to cook proper meals rather than eating out every day. The supermarket we visited wasn't particularly cheap. It was definitely busier than we expected, but once we'd stocked up at the start of the week, we had everything we needed.
Cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón.
As we hadn't bought a lot of luggage between us to keep the costs down, it was really useful to have this washing machine to freshen things up partway through the week. The bedrooms have been lovely. There's a double downstairs, 2 twin rooms upstairs, all with remote controlled AC. The air conditioning has been fantastic during the heat. The beds have all been comfortable, and the blackout shutters have made a huge difference for us all to be able to sleep. Lee's recorded a short demo of how all the different shutters work later on in the video. For our family, the boys have loved being able to just disappear into their room, cool off and build Lego before joining us outside again.
There's 2 clean bathrooms, with one upstairs having a bathtub. The downstairs shower was a little on the weaker side, but after a day in the pool, we only needed a rinse off anyway. And behind the door there is a first aid box, but we did notice there were no plasters in it. After staying here for the week, I've concluded that I could probably do some of these bars on my windows back home. With the heat wave we've been experiencing back in the UK, it'd be handy to leave my windows open all day.
In the hallway there's a really useful pantry style cupboard with lots of bits and bobs in that you might need to make your holiday more comfortable. There's a fan heater, an iron, a bucket of pegs, a mop and bucket, a hoover, an ironing board and even an airer.
mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República Dominicana, la casa del merengue, la casa de la bachata. La 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 la, la casa del merengue. La la.
As we mentioned earlier, the upstairs bathroom is very similar to the downstairs bathroom, except this one has a bathtub.
Música, 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 te traigo música, 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 música de la República.
This is the first of the twin rooms upstairs. We found it useful to have the full length door with the wrought iron grills on. It keeps the kids safe inside and it allows airflow upstairs to keep the place cool.
Voy a cantar esta
And this is the second twin room with an even better view of the mountains.
a la República Dominicana, la casa del merengue y la casa de la bachata. Voy a cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República,
And then it's back downstairs for a tour of the outside.
la casa de la bachata. La 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 la, la casa del merengue. La 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 la, y la casa de la bachata.
The outside space has been truly brilliant. There are wonderful views of the reservoir, the mountain range and the natural park. There's even a parking area for 2 to 3 vehicles. We've used the dining table loads for meals. It's such a lovely place to sit, especially in the mornings and evenings where everything just feels incredibly peaceful. One of our favourite things has actually been just sitting out here in the evening watching the geckos appear on the walls. One of those little moments that makes you realise you're definitely not at home anymore.
The pool has definitely been the heart of our holiday. We brought loads of inflatables and pool toys with us, and we've barely been out of the water all week. One thing that surprised us is how deep the deep end actually is. Although our favourite place has been sitting on the steps with our feet in the water, looking out towards the mountains. If you're coming with children who are confident swimmers, it's a fantastic space to spend hours together.
A la República Dominicana, la casa del merengue y la casa de la bachata. Voy a cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República Dominicana, la casa del merengue y la casa de la bachata. La 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 la, la casa del merengue. La 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 la, y la casa de la bachata.
If you're thinking of booking here, there are a few things worth knowing. You will definitely, in our opinion, need a car. This isn't somewhere you can walk into town or wander to restaurants. For us, that wasn't a downside at all because we're looking for peace and quiet, but it's worth knowing before you book. The Wi-Fi has actually been brilliant, genuinely better than we get at home. We have had a little bit of noise drifting across the valley once or twice a day from the Lido, but it's such an open landscape, it's completely understandable. It certainly hasn't stopped this place feeling incredibly peaceful.
If you'd like to see more from Laura and Lee Explore, don't forget to hit subscribe. Thank you for watching.